Hello, guys. Wow. It's a great day today.
What are you talking about? It's freezing.
It's a little chilly out here. We had a little snow last night and a lot of rain, but we need it. And as usual, Robbie,
Yes?
where we at today, buddy?
You know where we're at. We're at the Restore again. Heck yeah.
Again?
Heck yeah.
And I'm wondering what the topic's going to be today. Have any idea?
No, they never tell me that.
Okay. Well, good. So, we got a great show planned for you today.
We got couches.
Couches. And it's going to have a different flavor than our other 100 shows. Little different flavor. I think you're kind of going to go, really?
I am.
Wow.
No one told me about a different flavor.
And then at the end of the show, you're going to go,
That's amazing.
That was really good. All right. We're going to take you inside and meet our first guest.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys and gals, we're inside now, and we're back here to the north end of the building,
And it's still cold.
and it's still cold, and we're going to introduce you to our very first guest. In fact, I'm going to let him introduce himself. So, we've got who here?
My name is Kyle Cope. I'm the assistant manager at the Restore here in Spanish Fork.
Okay, and we ought to know this gal here in our first show, and you're who?
Marilee, the manager.
Last name?
Marks.
Marks. Marilee Marks. They're both really good people. And we're not going to divulge what the topic is yet, are we, Rob?
They told me I couldn't.
Good. So, when people bring an item here to Restore, can you just briefly tell them what they need to do?
We want to know
bet.
when this mystery donation
Yeah.
came in, where did it go? How
Yeah.
did you get it?
Well, we receive hundreds of donations every week, and it all starts right here on the donation dock. We'll have private people, businesses, municipalities, you name it. These are the type of people that will make donations to the Habitat for Humanity Restore.
Nice use of the word municipalities. Is that how you say
Thank
it?
you.
That is. It's easy for you to say.
Hey Rob, shall we open the door?
It's colder out there. He's wearing a Hawaiian punch hat. I don't know.
So this item came in from where?
It came in from a construction company up in Provo that had closed down. It was moving from one generation of the owner down to his kids. So they were, of course, cleaning out his warehouse and all of his tools, and this particular item was in the donation that came in.
Beautiful. Marilee, you want to add anything to that?
He knows more about it than I do, actually. But it was pretty exciting.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Okay, we're going to go from the dock into the, what, Kyle?
Processing room.
Processing. Okay, that's where we're going to slip into next.
Heck yeah.
Okay, guys, we've slipped around the corner here.
Literally.
Literally, yeah. And we're in the processing room, right?
That's
Kyle?
correct.
And so briefly, what do you do in this room?
This is the area where once a donation comes in on the dock, we kind of sort through it and bring it into this room. And this is where the items are cleaned up, where we'll sometimes do a little minor repair to them if we have to. We put prices on them. Then from here, they would go out onto the sell floor.
Okay, so if a bicycle needed a wheel, would you provide the wheel?
If we can take 2 or 3 items sometimes and make one good item out of it, we'll do it if it's worth it.
I got you.
But we would definitely put air in the tires.
Okay. Good.
Let me say, we've been here before, as you know, and it's a whole new Restore. They've really done a lot with it. Quite impressive what you've done, Marilee, with the place.
What the team has done.
Yes, ma'am.
It's really clean. really organized. Wow.
All you need is a heater.
Wow. Okay, so this item, this secret item,
Yeah, where is this thing?
where is it?
Right now?
Right
Yeah.
now.
Well, it's right before us.
Right
shopping
before us.
cart?
Would you like me to show it to you?
Let's take a look.
This is the item right here that
What is
we've been
it?
talking about.
A beer mug? What the heck is it?
Actually, Robbie, this is a milk can.
A milk
how much-
can?
Yes.
Okay, and how is that going to be educational, informative, and entertaining?
Well, if you look on the front of the can, it'll be hard to see here, but there's a tag on
There's
it.
a tag right
which
there.
that identifies who the owner of the can was.
Hold on. What is a milk can?
Back in the early 20th century, 1920, somewhere in that area, the farmers would milk their cows and they would store the milk in these cans. And you can see on the tag that there's a registry number. And what they had to do was be registered with some department that oversaw this.
Holy crud.
And then once a week they would come around and pick up the cans, take them to the processing dairy or wherever they processed the milk, and they would sell it. This is how the farmers would sell their milk.
Wow. This fits under a cow?
No.
No.
No, that doesn't sit under the cow, guys. No. So, how do they get the milk from the cow into the can?
Well, the old farmer would come out and he'd have a little three-legged stool that he would sit on, and he had a little tin, probably a 1 or 2 gallon bucket.
I've seen that. I've seen
I
that
got
on
you.
TV
Like you
shows
see in
and
the old
stuff, yeah.
pictures.
All right.
And that's where he'd sit there.
And then you just pour it into this.
That's
and
correct.
Then they store it, and then they. All right, I got it.
But how did you find out about who this belonged to?
We have wonderful volunteers that come and work at our store every week. And one of them, his name is Carl Lyman. And what Carl does is he comes in and he'll take some of the older items, sometimes the antiques that come in, and he takes a great interest in them, and he'll do a little repair to them to make them more sellable, or sometimes he'll refinish them. He saw this milk can and Carl fell in love with it. He had to know the story behind it.
Did he know it was a milk can?
Yes, Carl knew. Carl's the one that told us all about this.
All right.
So when
show
Carl
off.
saw this, he intercepted it at that point.
And he basically wanted to find out who this T.E. Sutherland is.
That's right.
Okay. And he's got a little office or shop.
Yes, he
In the
does.
building?
Yeah, we've created a Carl section here in the back of the store where Carl can do his magic.
Okay, guys, we're going to slip down to the
Carl
east side
section.
of the building and meet Carl.
Okay.
Okay, Kyle, we're back at, I like what Rob just said, Carl's Corner.
That's right.
So we're going to meet him right now.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome to our show.
Thank you.
We sure appreciate you. And we're going to go to a break here in just a minute.
Finally.
And when we come back, we're going to go over to Carl's Corner and actually see a little bit of what he does. And,
The whole corner?
well, if he wants the whole corner.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
And then we'll find out how this story all began.
Sounds great.
Okay. Oh, go get something healthy.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. How about
I'm not drinking hot chocolate.
eggplant? We'll be back in a minute.
Oh, baby.
I ain't had no milk and butter since that cat's been gone.
Okay, we're back, guys. And did you dunk your eggplant in the hot chocolate? Oh, wow.
That was Travis's thought on break.
I know.
And I immediately regretted it.
Yeah, so did we.
Okay, we're going to meet Carl Lyman, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he searched this and found what he found.
This milk can came into Restore a while back, and one of the things it has a nameplate on the front. It says T.E. Sunderland, Lehi, Utah. It says it's grade A milk. And so what I did, I took a picture of the nameplate with my camera, took a picture of the can. I knew what milk cans were used for because I'd grown up, my grandpa milked cows and each day sent milk into the local creamery. But I saw it said T.E. Sunderland, so I pulled out my phone, went to Family Search app on my phone,
All right.
looking for a T.E. Sunderland.
Oh, Sunderland, okay.
Sunderland in Lehi, Utah. And I just guessed if he has a milk can,
Holy
I figured
crud.
his birth is probably around 1880. So I just stuck an 1880 in for a birth date, looking for T.E. in Sunderland in Lehi, and it came up. There's a Thomas Edward Sunderland that was there, and I thought, oh, that's probably him because it was in the showed stuff in the Lehi, American Fork area.
Sure.
Pictures of him, short biographies, and I'd read through the biographies to see if that I'm in the right place. And one of the things that they had on there, apparently one of his daughters had drawn a map of the farm, where the home was, the milking barn, the milk shed, the chicken coop, and those. And I thought, and one of the things in Family Search, you can see who has uploaded the photos or the stories or something. And I thought, if somebody's drawn a map of the farm, they probably know something about him. So I just went, found her name, and went and in the messages there, I sent her a message. This was like on a Wednesday. And I says, we had this milk can come in to this Spanish Fork Restore store. It says on it, grade A milk, T.E. Sunderland, Lehi, Utah. And I said in my message, is he related to you? Are you interested in this? Would you like to know more? And I left her my phone number and my name so she'd know who to call me. My experience with Family Search and messages, sometimes it's weeks or months before you get anything back.
Okay.
But Sunday I got a call, so this is like 5 days later, 4 or 5 days later. Lady called me from Brigham City, that came up from Brigham City. I thought, I get a lot of spam calls from Brigham City.
Well, who doesn't?
Wow.
Can I just say the Carl section is like being on an episode of Matlock? Holy crud.
And so, but they started to, it was Sunday evening, I don't usually get spam calls then.
Oh,
But she started to talk to me, and it took me a while to figure out what she was calling me about and what it was. And then I started putting things together and talked to her. And she was the granddaughter. She was the granddaughter of T. Sunderland.
Oh, no, wow.
The guy that owned the milk can. So I called Kyle, and I says, Kyle, do you still have the milk can there? And what did you say?
Says we still have the milk can
Hey,
here. Yeah.
do you get a lot of these questions from him? These phone calls in the middle of the night? I have a feeling this is kind of his thing.
No, I think
Carl and I talk a lot.
Okay. That's why you got your own section.
he says, no, he says, when I left Saturday, he says, we priced it high enough that he didn't think it would sell. And he says it was on the floor when he left Saturday. And I says, pull it off and we'll see if we can make connections for Maxine to come down and pick it up. And
We thought it was pretty cool. And so when we put it on the sell floor, we gave it a high enough price tag that we know nobody would buy it. I think we put like $300 on it.
I said, go Tuesday when you go in, pull it off the floor. And he says he'd do that. And so I called Maxine back, told her it's still there. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
And we had several conversations going back and forth. Kyle and I were the middleman trying to figure stuff out. Finally, we got it
Well,
worked out.
as we're standing there, I'm just kind of thinking family search for those people maybe investigating that or contemplating using it. What would you tell our viewers out there?
For me, I use Family Search all the time to find information out about people that are deceased. Hopefully, family or somebody's put stuff in there. We had a desk come in here from an attorney that was in the Delta area, and I found out,
It's Family Search now.
no, that's not who it is.
Well, that was my first guess.
Hit that something.
It's that spam call coming
Oh,
in.
see? There you go.
And so I found out who the attorney was, found out a little bit about him, put his story on the desk, so that, and then the desk sold within a week or so after
That's
that.
correct, yes.
Beautiful.
If I can find a story out about something that comes in, I'll try and put a story with the article,
Okay.
so it has value for people to buy it.
All right. We can take another break here, Trav. Go get you something healthy, like some radishes and some broccoli.
Or a milkshake.
Or a milkshake. I like it. I like it. We'll be back in a minute.
No milk today, my lover's gone away. The bottle stands for love, a symbol of the blood.
Reminds us of her mom. Yeah. Is there something I can help you guys with? We are closed today.
I'm supposed to meet Carl here.
Carl.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know what that is. Come with me this way.
Hey guys, come on in. We've been hearing all about you guys.
So who'd you bring with you today?
This is my sister Donna, my sister Marilyn, and my brother Kay.
And you guys are all the grandchildren of the milk guy?
We are. Yes, we are. Yes.
Outstanding.
T.E.
Yeah.
Sunderland.
T.E. Sunderland.
Show off.
Thomas Edward Sunderland.
Thomas
Yes.
Edward.
Yes.
Are you all from Brigham City?
No, I'm actually Willard, which is close to Brigham.
Willard, yeah.
Yep.
And I'm Plain City, a little bit south of Willard.
I'm Draper.
And I'm in Pleasant Grove.
Well, there you have it.
PG, see?
Yeah, that's right.
Utah County
But
boy.
we were all from AF to begin with.
Yeah.
And the farm was in Lehigh.
And the farm was.
Right.
Utah Hip Talk.
That's great. Thank
Plus,
you.
we want to present this to you.
An official Goose in the Wild presentation.
There's the map.
There's the drawing.
There's what T.E. Sunderland looked like back in the day.
Grandpa was dashing.
He was, yeah, back in the
Yeah,
day.
handsome man.
He
Yeah.
was.
This is our first official presentation.
And we want to present the can. Ooh. Ooh.
Is it full?
It is heavy.
Wow.
See the excitement on this show just knocked you out.
Might want to hold that.
Wow.
Is this where it says TE?
Yeah, look at that. I imagined it being painted on or spray painted, but wow. I was always surprised at how much he did because he was a skinny little man.
He's probably buff though,
And
apparently.
and he worked hard all his life, and it's just how could he do all that with 8 kids to take care of too? And so it was.
This is
It was a
Utah.
lot of
Yeah.
work in those days. He was born in 1882. They didn't have machinery until 1952 on the farm. He used a horse and plow for years and years. He every night after being out on the farm, this is a story that our mom told her, or our uncles or somebody, that he would bring the plowshares in and take them off and reheat them on the fire and sharpen them and then throw them into the cold water to whatever, harden them. Every night he had to do that. So lots of years of working by hand on the farm, huh?
I
So-
feel guilty. I complain about going to Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do any of you remember him still working on the farm when you were younger?
Oh, yes. We had to go, when we went to visit, we always would help bring the cows in, or chase the cows in from the field to be milked. I remember doing that.
I don't remember that.
I did.
remember his chickens.
And I was afraid to go out there because the bulls were always there to chase us if we went out there. And so I would run really fast to get back under the fence.
He had chickens, and we always wanted to go out with him. You couldn't go in the chicken coop, but you could walk quietly beside and watch him gather eggs.
And if you did try to gather the eggs, the chickens pecked you, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah, but you're taller than they are.
Not then. Just little.
I brought a picture of their house. It had 2 bedrooms, and they had 8 kids in these 2 bedrooms. I mean, well, one was their bedroom where the mom and dad and then the babies slept, and then the girls had to sleep together in a bed, didn't they, in the other bedroom. And eventually they built a milk house, or no, what was it called? The shed.
It was
No,
just a
not the
shed,
milk
a
house.
wash house.
Wash house, sorry. They built the wash house, and the boys would sleep out there in the summer. So this is a picture of
Well, the boys slept out
house
there in
and
the winter
wash-
until it got cold, and then they'd bring them in and they'd sleep in the living room on cots.
Yeah, that's
when
true.
it was
Yeah,
really cold.
so-
But they slept out in the wash house.
Travis, we have a problem. Goose is missing.
Oh.
Not that that hasn't happened before.
All of the
stories.
history and the stories. I didn't even notice.
This has been wonderful meeting everybody, but you know, honestly, this is our day off. So we got to close this thing up and get home. But where's Goose?
Well, we took a vote. We have to go find him. Apparently, we got to go find him. I was outvoted.
All right, let's go find Goose.
You found me. Wow. I didn't think you would.
Well, it certainly wasn't easy.
Easy? Well,
No.
good. I'm glad it wasn't easy. Here we go.
Troublemaker.
I know.
You got to be in the camera shot, bud.
Okay.
This is your 101st show. You should know that.
That's right, a happy 101.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I found out through the grapevine that you guys like Mexican food.
Who doesn't?
So I thought I'd bring a little Mexican flavor
As opposed to a taco.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
in our show. And your favorite Mexican restaurant is in Springville.
Yes.
What's it called? La Casita.
Yeah.
So, we appreciate our guests for being here, traveling all the way down from Brigham City, PG, and Willard, and all that.
Don't forget, they threw an AF in there, too.
Oh, and an AF.
We grew up
That hip
An
talk.
AF, well, we like SF too, don't we?
Yeah.
So, Travis, like always, it's a great day out there.
It's a
Isn't
beauty.
it?
It's a dandy.
It's warmer in here.
It's a dandy.
And remember, we love you. We truly do. Until our next show, we're out of here. All right, guys, we found out from Kyle and the boys and the girls that there's some people here that have a attachment to this can as well. And Kyle, if you can just briefly introduce them, and what did they do with the can?
This is our team here at the Restore, and we have Kaysen, who is our warehouse manager, and Scott, who works back in processing and cashier and everywhere else in the store. But these would have been the first people that encountered the can. Then, of course, we have Suzanne, who just loves old things. And when she saw the can, she had to know the story behind it. She's kind of the driving force behind the cool things in the store. And Debbie is our cashier. Had that can sold, Debbie would have been the one to ring it up. Then, of course, we have our leader, Merrill Lee, who makes gives this store its flavor and makes it
Flavor.
the success
I like
that it
that.
is.
Is it the flavor of milk?
I guess so today.
A milkshake flavor? Okay.